Ah! Hey everybody, welcome to the Recoup. I'm Cooper Daniels and I'm a guy that knows a little about a lot, and today it's my weekly AlgoRANT. Let's get into it. First off, how's everybody doing? Are we good? It's been a little while. I intend to do the AlgoRANT weekly, but I had a baby and I didn't have a baby. My wife had a baby. All right, we had a baby. She delivered a baby. You know what I mean? Last night, two of my three children, other than the baby, went to a sleepover, and I decided that that was my opportunity to get hammered. So I feel a little, how I'm feeling. I feel a little how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling. That's all right. It's okay every once in a while to let loose. Let your hair out. Let your hair blow in the wind. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just let go, folks, because holding on tight is what I've been doing for this fucking ride. Holy moly. Mother of Lord. Holy Jesus. All right, folks, listen, I gotta get serious here. So, it's Friday, it's about noon when I'm recording this, and Algo is sitting at number 30 on CoinMarketCap. We usually sit around 28. I've seen us recently as high as I believe 26, and 30 is a little bit of a tumble, folks. About 2.4 billion market cap, 34 cents an algo. That's where we're at this current moment. While that might not be the most exciting, if you go to DeFi Llama, you see a better story. You see Algo at number 20 in TVL, and the TVL is about 203 million, right? And it's up over 100% in the last 30 days. Speaking of TVL, shout out to AlgoFi, who I just spoke to recently on the Recoup. You can check it out. It's the video before this on the timeline on the Recoup, right? Great conversation with John Clark, co-founder of AlgoFi. They are doing incredible work. They just integrated Coinbase Pay, so you're going to be able to purchase from Coinbase directly from AlgoFi. Pretty neat, right? Shout out to Folks Finance. They have a lot to do with this growing TVL as well. We all know that, right? So you got the money markets. They're killing it with governance, Guard, and another protocol that is helping grow our TVL. So you got the money markets killing it. You got the DEXs also killing it. It's all going gravy over here in Algorand DeFi. So let's go, right? Let's go. Now there is, less good news out there. It was revealed that Three Arrows Capital had some exposure to Algorand. Now, we don't necessarily know all the details about this, but if I'm going to speculate, it goes something like this. This is what I have gathered, and maybe you guys can correct me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. But what happened was this, is that the Algorand Foundation sold over the counter some algo to Three Arrows Capital at a discount. And Three Arrows Capital was supposed to be was supposed to hold it, they're supposed to hodl. They were supposed to have some diamond hands, you know what I mean? But Three Arrows Capital came into a bit of a problem, right? These guys behaved like noobs. The largest fund in crypto. These guys are one of the largest players in crypto, and they are over leveraged, believing their own hype, and just kind of, being reckless. So when Luna went to dust and, wrapped ETH depegged and the discount on grayscale Bitcoin, Three Arrows Capital got destroyed. And now, they're in a lot of trouble, right? And they owe a lot of people a lot of money. Turns out Algorand may be one of them, kind of. And now they can sue Three Arrows Capital, or they can go, they can go after some money because they were supposed to hold it and they didn't. Okay, so moving on, guys. I mean, I will say there was, on the Algorand Foundation original tweet about this, one of the guys from Bankless tweeted, there's this thing called smart contracts, and I'm not gonna lie, there's worse criticisms than that. It would have been a lot better if all of this was executed in a smart contract, because Three Arrows Capital wouldn't have had the power to do anything like that. So it probably did contribute to a lot of, this crappy price action. And much better news, FIFA. Our friends at FIFA filed a bunch of trademarks for the metaverse for the 2026 World Cup, right? They are serious about, different things like what? Like, virtual retail stores and exchanges and all of the different things that they want to be able to do. Virtual stock trading. I don't know what the hell FIFA's doing, but FIFA is prepared. They are all in on Web3 and the metaverse. We all know that Algorand currently, for this World Cup, is helping FIFA with their digital assets and wallets and everything like that. and and then Algorand gets a sponsorship deal for helping them for all this, and then they're sponsors of the World Cup. They're official sponsors of the Women's World Cup. So, this is a great move, folks. And crypto.com is a official sponsor of this World Cup, so FIFA's all in. You know what I mean? And they also, ditched their agreement with EA Sports for their game, one of the most popular games, probably the most popular game in the world, FIFA, So that EA Sports no longer has that, so FIFA has to do its own thing, which they're going to do. So who knows what's going on, folks? Who knows what Algorand is going to be doing? But we do know that this World Cup, Algorand is going to be handling the digital assets and the wallet technology for the World Cup. And then in 2026, FIFA is moving all in on the metaverse. With a prior partnership with Algorand, this could be potentially very, very good short-term and long-term for Algorand. Great news, and it's exciting. It's exciting. Algorand in sports, Algorand in music, right? These two things, they are huge in these two things. It's really good. Music and sports, my two favorite things. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, right? Don't you feel good about that? I feel good about that. I don't know. What else, guys? I mean, look, I said it earlier. Our TVL is growing a lot. There's opportunities out there in Algorand DeFi to get very nice yield. So I hope you're taking advantage of that, because guess what, folks? All those algos are going into wallets and they're being distributed and you're being inflated, okay? So receive it. You believe in the long-term vision. It seems to be working. The TVL is growing. Now, receive the free. If you're here dedicated to Algorand enough to be watching my weekly AlgoRANT, if you're here dedicated enough to be on Twitter, you should be getting in there and figuring out how to get some yield. I want that for you, okay? And if you don't, it's more for me. It's okay. So don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, I want that for you, because this price action, who knows? Look, that's another thing, right? There's two lines of thinking right now. There's a lot of people out there saying that I think the worst is over. I think we did it. I mean, we only traced down, 80, 90%. So there's a very good case to be made that it's the worst has already happened. Now, I tend to think that we're not headed up yet. I don't think so. And we're trending down again. All the corporate earnings it was very mixed this week. The second half of the week was worse, but the dollar is weakening, so that's good for crypto, and whatever. It's a total mess. All right. We also know that miners are selling at a very, very high rate. We know that there is still a lot of different shoes to drop. I mean, the Celsius thing isn't completely resolved, obviously. Three Arrows Capital, who knows what else is out there. ZipMex seems to be, in trouble a little bit because of their relationship with Three Arrows Capital. Luna was a really big deal. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that going to zero was pretty intense. All right. And so yesterday I had asked on Twitter, and it seems that people want me to bring back my NFT kind of spotlight thing. Well, I ran into a little bit of a problem because a lot of artists didn't really want to provide details. And my idea was the artist of Algorand. So I would feature an artist and then we would talk about it. And that's okay. I'm not trying to push anybody to do anything. But now I'm going to bring it back, and I'm just going to casually highlight a NFT project. I'm no expectations, not a lot of due diligence. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm just going to say things that seem cool with creators that are very energized and involved, right? That don't feel like body weird shit that I don't know about, So in this week's Algorand, I'm going to feature Nalgos. These guys. For one reason, there's a Twitter guy, Crooked Eye, right? He had a custom Nalgo made, and he put it in my favorite shirt from the Pyrenees Pack collection. If you've watched my AlgoRANT, you actually know that the first artist of Algorand who was not shy about sharing his story, he has an incredible story, Jorge. He had an avocado shirt, Pyrenees, and I loved that one. And Crooked Eye owned it, and we had a fun back and forth about it. So he just had a custom Nalgo made with that shirt, and it looks really cool. So some details about Nalgos. Well, Nalgos is not obviously, but pretty clearly a play on the show Narcos on Netflix. Good show. I've watched it. I like it. There's only going to be 777 Nalgos made, and they got some cool perks, right? You can be a cabroner. You can be a cabroner with one Nalgo. A cabroner. You can be a cabroner, bruh, if you hold one Nalgo, and then you can be part of the organización if you own 5 Nalgos, right? And then they have some cool stuff like AlgoCane, where you can actually change a trait. I think if you own 5, you get a custom. So there you go. Nalgos, right? Follow those guys. Go on Twitter. Check them out. I think it's really cheap mint for a 777 mint collection. I think it's affordable right now. And we have a lot of cool stuff coming, you know. And the NFT, that's another thing. I talked about TVL. I talked about market cap. Well, the NFT scene is climbing the charts. Obviously, it's lower than some other protocols, but it is in the conversation. The Algorand NFT scene is growing, and some of the most exciting projects are coming in the next couple of months. So tap in, folks. Tap into the Algorand NFT scene. All right. I'm going to be doing a lot. I got some great interviews coming up. You're going to love them. And I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. That's it. All right. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching. Do your homework.